You are now going to perform what's called walking lunges. Now, if it's the first time you're doing this exercise, you don't need any weights. It's all about really making sure that you're doing this exercise correctly and strengthening your legs first. And if not, then you'll see in your program what I have written for you, all right? Now, the points to pay attention to when performing this exercise are the positioning of your feet, your knees, your hips. They're usually kind of the same points whenever you're focusing on legs, all right? Now, you've done lunges in your program, but you haven't done them walking. So basically, you're going to lunge, but walk as you go. So how do you do that? First, position your feet parallel to your shoulder. You can put your hands on your hips or like this, whatever you feel comfortable with. Now you're going to open up your legs, and you want to make sure that your legs are wide enough, because if it's not wide enough, you're going to put all the pressure onto your knee. Now there's different ways that we can perform this exercise, but in this exercise, I really want to focus mainly on your glutes and your hamstrings. Strengthen that first before we start putting pressure onto our knee, okay? So you're going to open up, make sure it's wide. You see how wide I'm going? Now, make sure that your feet are always flat and then you're not pushing on your toe, because what happens when we do this exercise, you'll see when you walk forward, the body will start gravitating towards the front, you see? So you really have to control your body in order to prevent that from happening, okay? So how do you do that? When you step, you put all the pressure from the heel, and now you push your hips back, okay? You don't want to lunge forward. You'll see a lot of people lunge forward, and they're not really lunging downward, okay? So we want to bring the back of the leg down to the floor. We want to tap our knee to the floor, okay? So when you open, first point, the back of your foot is on your toe, so you're always ready. Put your hands on your hips now, push the hip back like you're sitting on a chair. Tap your knee, come all the way up, and then bring your feet together. Now you're going to do the same thing with the other leg. You're going to step forward, make sure it's wide enough. The back of your foot is on your toe. Push your hips back like you're sitting on a chair and tap that knee. Now, if you want to really make sure that you're doing this right, pay attention to your knee. If your knee is coming more forward than your toe, then you're not doing it right, okay? So look down and make sure that knee is straight. You see, it's like almost like a 90-degree angle. It's not coming all the way forward, okay? So I'm going to show you the motion of it so you can see fully. Step forward, back of the foot on your toe, push the hips back, tap your knee, together. Other foot, back of your foot is on your toe, tap your knee, and together. And you're going to do that walking all the way and all the way coming back, depending on the amount of repetitions that I gave you in your program. Now, since you're doing both legs, when you're walking, you can have a longer break. So give yourself around 45 seconds, sometimes a minute, depending on your fitness level and how high your heart rate is, all right?